Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network for some evening women's soccer action between the Eastern Connecticut State Warriors and the number 14 nationally ranked Swarthmore College Garnet. Here from Clothier Field Stadium, my name is Jacob Brady. Thank you for joining us on GSN. The Garnet made it to the Sweet 16 last season. Farthest they've ever made it was the Elite Eight. They were ultimately bounced by Middlebury, who I believe went on to play in the national finals. You know, it hurts when you lose, but maybe you're some solace in the fact that you lost to the eventual national runners-up, perhaps. But I'm sure they want to better that performance from last season. It's going to be a tough one. They lost Marin McCoy, and whenever you lose a three-time All-American, it's not a question of how you replace them. It's a question of what you do differently, because you just can't replace that kind of a player. She scored 14 goals and assisted 7 times in her senior season. She's the all-time leading scorer in goals, assists, total points in Swarthmore history. There are lots of superlatives that you can use to describe her, but it don't really matter anymore because she's no longer with the team, and now it's about how do you change what you do to try to replace her. And perhaps even more importantly, a lot of changes at the back. You lose 3 seniors that were 3 or 4 year stars at their positions. Yasmin Namazi, Caroline Coates, Melissa Curran, a couple all-region nominees in there, all of them all-conference selections. You got to replace them. Eleanor Moser, believe she was a snub, I would say, for an all-conference selection last season. She's the only remaining starter at center back. Charlotte Pohl joining her at the back, along with Luis Rosler in the starting lineup. And then up top, Kim Kokenmeister, a sophomore, making her way into the starting lineup. Sophia Stills, Lizzie King, and Brittany Wiederhold all up there as well in the midfield. It's Maddie Cairns. Or actually, Cairns really converted into a left back at this point. So it's Sydney Kovitz and Seneca Congurzo in the midfield. Almost a 4-2-4, it looks like, that they're deploying early on in this game. We saw some of Sydney Kovitz at midfield towards the end of last season. Her preferred position is on the wing. That's where she can use her speed and maneuverability best. She had some trouble shifting into the midfield. We'll see if some experience at that position has helped her out, and see how she adjusts to that if she continues to be deployed there. Garnet played Friday night against TCNJ. They were the number 8 ranked team in the country. Played well in that one, ended up losing 1-0 on a goal in the 7th minute. One area in which you'd like to see improvement is that they allowed 19 shots total. 6 of them were on target. Only one of them ultimately went in. And we saw a couple goalies deployed there. Chantal Reyes, she's sort of the presumptive starter as a sophomore, but Nora Greer played in the second half for the entire second half. And we've seen this in the past with Coach Ankaitis 2 years ago, especially on early games in the season. We saw him use both Amy Schmoys, who was the senior and ultimately the starter throughout the season, along with Chantal in the second half. So Coach Ankaitis really likes to give players minutes, especially early in the season, before we get into conference play, so that he knows, if injuries happen, if whatever happens, that they're available to play. And he also made a number of large changes, 16 players coming off of the bench in that game, as that ball ends up in the hands of Reyes. But 16 people coming off the bench. And, you think if maybe he left the starters in for longer, maybe they would have a chance to equalize, but that's not what the point is at this time in the season. The point is to give as many players as possible playing time and to make sure that they're ready if called upon down the stretch. Eastern Connecticut State played their opener last night. That was against TCNJ. They got just a little bit manhandled in that game, ultimately losing 7-0. TCNJ was able to score more or less at will. Here's Sophia Stills trying to play in Lizzie King down the wing. She's got it. So Eastern Connecticut State looking to rebound as well from that loss. There's a cross controlled by Kovitz. Tries to take a swing at it, but Warriors player in the way. Good step up by Pohl there. That was the one surprise in this starting lineup for this season because we just didn't see that much playing time from her last season. We saw, obviously, Maddie Cairns was a midfielder. Lou Rosler coming in for Melissa Curran. Also saw a lot of Ali Sheevy coming in on the wings as a fullback, but never really saw who was going to be the center back replacement. It could have been Emma Tapp. There's Kim Kokenmeister! In the penalty area, Kim Kokenmeister deflects home. And we have our opener in the 5th minute. The Garnet take a 1-0 lead over the Warriors. Kim Kokenmeister getting her first goal of the season and also the first goal for the Garnet season. Oh, I believe the first goal of her career, if I recall correctly. Actually, she scored 1 last year. So the second goal of her career, but still has matched her career high already. So congratulations to her. Charlotte Pohl will take the ball up the field. Gives off to Cairns. Deflects out of bounds. Garnet still maintaining a healthy amount of scoring in their starting lineup. We've got Brittany Wiederhold up there, who's second on the team with 8 goals. Saying Wiederhold second on the team last season with 8 goals. Lizzie King scored 7. A lot of those came down the stretch in NCAA games against St. Joseph's and against Johns Hopkins in the Centennial Conference Final, which the Garnet won 5-2. Secure their second Centennial Conference title. She's going to be a big part of the lineup. Sophia Stills also chipping in with 3 goals of her own. Or pardon me, with 5 goals of her own. So they've definitely got some scoring ability in the starting lineup, and we just saw from Kokenmeister as well. And the one question right now being, how does this defense come together? I had thought coming into the season that Emma Tapp was likely to be the center back. She had started her freshman year a number of games at center back. She is out with an injury at the moment, so that may have thrust Charlotte Pohl into that starting position, but at least from what we've seen in the early goings in this game and in the previous one on Friday, she can play aggressively and physically, which is what you want out of a center back, especially one replacing Yasmin Namazi, who was a ball hawk and was so strong and so physical and very hard to replace as an all-region selection. Ball chipped up into the air. King trying to get underneath. Flicks it on with her head. Still's fighting for it. Still's trying to turn back towards goal. Crosses it. Shot and a goal for Brittany Wiederhold. The goals are flowing now. We saw it yesterday, how TCNJ picked apart Eastern Connecticut, and the Garnet seem to be doing the same early on here, and this is a good way to build their confidence. You never want to open up the season with a loss, even if it is to a top 10 ranked team, and even if it is, especially if it's a 1-0 loss like that one, where you think, hey, if we had just done one thing differently, maybe we could have taken the win there, but This is a way to build their confidence. You go out here, you know that you can score, and maybe you run up the score a little bit because it's what your team needs. Throw-in, but goes to the Warriors. Kingurzo able to clear it up the field. And Kingurzo again, Kokenmeister trying to control. Sophia Stills chasing after it. Sent back down to Juliet Hogan. Karen's fighting for it. Play it back to Moser. She goes long, looking for Wiederhold. Going to let her chase. Continue to roll all the way back to goalie Erin Collins. Kovitz fighting through some contact. Over the top, still trying to chase, but rolls to Collins. Kingurzo does well to win that header. Kokenmeister and Wiederhold now controls. Here comes Wiederhold. Takes a shot. Oh, did not miss that one by very much. Just over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for Collins. Garnet starting off this game with 3 shots already, 2 of them on frame. Short kick from Collins. Rosler able to step up and gets around the edge. Here she goes chasing her ball. Can she cross it? Rosler steals the header and it's in! Sophia Stills, her first goal now, and the Garnet take the 3-0 lead. And they are just picking apart this Warriors defense at the moment. Rosler showing off her speed. She runs track in the offseason, just beat her woman around the edge, dribbled into the box, and then a perfect cross that Sophia Stills was able to get her head on. And the Garnet dominating early on here. 3-0 now the lead. Deflect out of bounds off of Abby Fitzsimmons for a Garnet throw-in. King. That will go out of bounds. Garnet did score 51 goals as a team last season, which worked out to an average of about 2.5 or so per game, so already bettering that mark in this one. Kingurzo pokes it down the field, lets King run after it with O'Shaughnessy is there. Tried to pass it back to her goalkeeper, Kokenmeister, and it's in! Kim Kokenmeister gets her second of the night from a ridiculous angle. I don't even know how she put that one in. She was about a yard off of the end line and somehow managed to tuck it in to the side netting at the far post. The Garnet with 4 goals in the past 5 minutes. Here's King. Once again, sending it down the field, but that time way too strong for anybody to run after. Give a goal kick to Collins. Moser looking for Kokenmeister. And I've been impressed by the play of Sydney Kovitz early on here. She looked, once she was put into that midfield role, sometimes like she was a little out of sorts, like she couldn't hang physically with some of the other players around her, but she has looked completely different from that tonight. Ball loose in the penalty area. Cleared out. Cairns to Stills. curls one in. Kovitz tries to go up for the header. Offsides flag is up. Referee let play go on, so it'll be a throw-in, however, at the near sideline for Megan O'Shaughnessy. Grace Muller. Now Hogan, able to play it to Fitzsimmons. Gives it to Sanchez with space to run. Pohl gets her body in the way to lead it out of bounds for a Garnet corner. It's a short pass to Moser. Reyes looking for that outlet. Didn't like what she saw. Kingurzo good, almost with the flick on to Rosler, just a little bit too far ahead. Kingurzo heads it back. Kokenmeister now. Try to get into the path of Rosler. Coach Ankaitis does love a fullback who can really work up into the attack, and we see that both in Rosler and Cairns. Rosler with her pace, and then Cairns, a former midfielder slash forward, now playing at left back. We know that she can push up if she needs to. Certainly has the skill set for it. Play goes on as Stills went down hard there. Looks like she just lost her footing. Garnet already warming up a number of subs down on the sideline. Amelia Mounts, Ali Sheave, and Samantha Barnes, in addition to freshman, Alice Onyango Apio. And Stills being helped off the field now. Struggling to put weight on that right side, so she will be replaced by Sam Barnes. And we hope that Stills is all right.
Into Swarthmore number 24, Samantha Barnes.
So now the throw-in will occur. This play restarts. Hogan gets it to Muller. King leads it into path of Kovitz. Trying to play in Wiederhold. That ball just won't quite stay in bounds. Warriors throwing. Moser heads it back. Ball sent way down, let Hogan chase. Pohl is there defending her. Hogan just able to keep it in. Back to Sanchez. Hogan. Sanchez crosses it, nobody on the end. Low shot. Reyes there to scoop it up. So she'll punt it away. Barnes going up for it right near midfield. It'll actually roll now to Hogan. Reyes will give chase, let that settle in her box, and then pick up. Here's Rosler. That ball kicked all the way back to Collins. She'll get rid of it. Rosler coming forward to poke it back. King the first to it. She's got Barnes. Now she drops her defender. Still King gets pushed. There's a foul and a free kick for the Garnet in a pretty dangerous position. Kingurzo looked like she wanted to take it fast, but instead she'll let her teammates get set. See if she'll shoot right at goal on this one. Wiederhold also in the area. She will leave it for Wiederhold. Tries to get the low shot, see if the wall would jump. They did not bite. Goes out of bounds. And here come the Garnet subs. Shivi, Onyengo Opio, and Mounts are all into the game. And some formation shifts going on. Looks like Shivi will take over at left back, Mounts at right back. Kingurzo goes down, and Fitzsimmons is off and running. Fitzsimmons takes a shot. Reyes scoops up. Easy save for her. And distributes quickly to Shivi. Samantha Barnes trying to make the turn. Puts it into space for Lizzie King to run. Wiederhold trying to catch up as well. Karen's trailing. King wanted to lead Karen's on, but couldn't connect. Kovitz with a good takeaway, and here she goes through the midfield. And she has looked so good in that midfield spot. Can Barnes catch up to this? Not quite, down in the corner.
For Swarthmore, number 5, Allison Yonder-Opio. Number 8, Amelia Mounts. Number 13, Allie Sheed. And for Eastern Connecticut playing goalie, number 40, Makeda Bailey.
Eastern Connecticut also making a change in goal. Makeda Bailey, junior from East Hartford, coming in. Shivi battling down there with Sanchez. She wins the throw. Moser. Here's Cairns. Trying to play through Wiederhold. Can Wiederhold redirect? No. Bailey is there. Didn't quite have enough time to get a touch on. Shivi wins the header over Kingurzo. Cairns tries to flick it on ahead. Wiederhold fighting for it. Lost out of bounds. Wiederhold very physical as a forward, not afraid to fight for possession, as you saw there. Ball up the far sideline. Kovitz fighting for possession. Mounts has it. Tried to get it to Kingurzo, and Kingurzo able to take it away. Moser up to Mounts. And Mounts has it stripped. Out wide for Hogan. Shivi giving chase, able to cross it back. Kingurzo is there. Forward to Sheevy. Kovitz a little bit late on that challenge. A shot well wide. Reyes gives it to Moser. Here's Mounts. Has her pass deflected for a throw. Another chance at a long ball, but Onyango Apio is there. Sheevy trying to pop it up for Kovitz. If Kovitz can get it on a wing, she could be running clear. Throw goes to Wiederhold. Tries to spin back to it, gets taken down, and there's the stoppage. Another free kick for the Garnet. About 35 yards out. Bailey with the goal kick, short. Goes to Hogan. Garnet maintaining the high pressure. Kingurzo trying to fight for it. Bailey kicks away. Cairns, however, is there. Keep it in. King lets it go past her. I believe thinking that Wiederhold was making a run, but not quite on the same page. Things have slowed down since those frenetic 5 or 6 minutes where the Garnet managed to put 4 goals in the net. Lizzie King trying to run through. Last touch by the by the Warriors. Swarthmore throwing. Kingurzo will take it. No short options for her. Now Wiederhold comes in. Looking for King. Here's Kingurzo, heads it away. Sort of volleys it back in. Karen's giving chase, but Bailey able to collect. Moeller out wide for Hogan. Here's Fitzsimmons, takes a shot. Reyes nearly bobbled that into the net. Mounts. Now here's Kingurzo. Trying to play in King there, couldn't connect. Played back to Bailey. Got plenty of time. Now Cairns comes forward. Samantha Barnes getting some ankle wrapping down on the sidelines. The Garnet briefly were with only 10 players. Moser tracks that down. Here's Mounts, back to Moser. She controls along the far sideline. Onyango Apio. Here's Kingurzo. Sheevy. Kovitz. Back to Moser. Now Wiederhold. Moser sends it downfield. Kovitz looking long. Barnes with a chance to run onto it. Barnes with the touch. Can't get it under control. Pulls it back. Sheevy is there to recover. Sheevy with the cross. Headed away. Barnes gets it down. Back to Moser. Looks long. King tried to get back on sides. Cairns trying to get around the edge. Run off the ball, however. Warriors throw as they bring on Haley Montesanto. Garnet preparing to make, looks like 7 changes. Out of bounds for a throw, and the Garnet making indeed 7 changes now. You can see here Coach Ankaitis trying to give all his players early playing time. I believe that there are no starters left on the field for the Garnet other than keeper Chantal Reyes. So they have a 4-0 lead with 17 minutes remaining in this first half. Amy Harris, a somewhat surprising missing face from the starting lineup, as she started all of the games last season, but starters certainly did all right without her. Thrown will be taken by the freshman Nicked Machado Acco. Ruoff to it. Midla trying to maintain possession. Here's Harris. Lead Wilson onto it. The back line for the Garnet now. Machado Acco on the left. Onyango Apio in the middle, along with another freshman, Nikki Gibbons, and then Lulu Wilson on the right side. Ball out of bounds for a Garnet throw. Harris trying to get to it. Onyango Apio, good head on. Midla fighting for possession. Machado Acco to Ruoff. And Amelia Mounts has now moved up as a forward, so some very fluid positions for the Garnet players. Machado Acco runs it down. Here's Onyango Apio. Gibbons. She looks long for Grace Taylor. Taylor with 3 goals and a couple of assists last year, got some big minutes down the stretch through the NCAA tournament after Seneca Kingurzo was lost to injury. They ended up moving Sydney Kovitz into that center mid spot and putting Grace Taylor out on the wing. Barnes trying to cross it in. Midla the shot right at Bailey, and with not much pace on it. Easy save for her. Nina Langton. Back to O'Shaughnessy. Here's Reich. Langton has it taken away from her from Machado Otto. Amelia Mounts, she's got to chase this one down before the end line. And the flag is up. So an offsides call. Bring that one back. Here's Belleville to Langton. Push forward to Langton, now into the middle. Trying to let Montesanto run it down. Reyes now. Forward to Gibbons. And Wilson. Grace Taylor trying to push into the middle. Nobody there. Midla heads forward. Back pass to O'Shaughnessy, and now back to her goalie. Low ball. Taylor able to collect it. Miss hit there. Here's Megan Ruoff. Ruoff gets pushed down near the side of the box. And then pushed out the side for a Swarthmore throw in deep inside Eastern Connecticut territory. Ruoff controls side of the box. Trying to turn somewhere, but good pressure in the back from Reich. Pushed over the top to Montesanto, but Gibbons is there. Now down in the corner, here comes Mounts in a foot race. Who did the last touch? It's a corner for the Garnet. Their first opportunity of the night from the corner. And Lillian Keller, the freshman goalie, taking on the corner cheer duties, where she runs down the line of players saying corner at each one, and then we get a classic Go SWAT parents cheer. Gotta love tradition. Lifted into the air, the goal mouth. Oh, the header a little bit off frame. Grace Taylor there rising up and getting her head in the mix, but unable to keep it between the posts. Reich. Mounts given pressure. It'll go out of bounds. But last touched by Mounts. Midla. Back to Onyengo Opio. Here's Gibbons. Push forward, Wilson gets the intercepts. Continuing to track back, here's Gibbons now. On Yango Afio. Here comes Destiny Perez to the path of Montesanto. Looking for a runner. And now out wide. Langton on the wing, crosses it back in. Midla's there with the defensive header. Shot well off. It'll be a goal kick for Reyes. Barnes trying to get to it. Now Mounts trying to get around the edge, but run off the ball by Anderson. Good job defensively getting her body in the way. Machado Acco controls. And a good interception by Gibbons. Here's Harris. Played through. Barnes out wide, looking towards the middle. Puts one with pace towards Ruoff, but she can't get to it. Reich. Montesanto flicks it out wide. Trying to find the edge is Langton. And Onyango Pio is there defensively. Chipped up in the air. Good head by Gibbons. Fired back in. Reyes with the catch. Gibbons looking upfield. Here's Wilson around the edge. Mounts controls into the middle for Ruoff. Garnet could be up and running. Barnes trying to get in on goal. A little bit of a push there into her defender's back. Earns the referee's whistle. Sent away. Harris gets the head on. Here's Harris. Harris getting around the edge side of the box now. Trying to cut it back. Cleared out the side. It'll be a Garnet corner kick. Harris with the delivery. Good pace on that ball. Headed back to her. And then cleared out the side. Throwing for the Warriors. Samantha Barnes tries to drive one through to Taylor. Harris with a great takeaway. Pushes the ball into the path of Mounts. Taylor in the box. It's out of bounds. Another corner for the Garnet. Looks like it'll be Midla on it this time. Good leg there, but Onyango Apio can't redirect it towards goal. Goal kick for Bailey. Another Garnet corner. Ruoff trying to chase that ball down near the top of the box. Here's Midla trying to get around the edge. Midla crosses back. Nobody can redirect it towards goal. Wilson to try and keep it in. She gets pushed down and referee says play on. Taylor trying to chase this ball down. It'll go out of bounds for a Garnet throw-in. Ball back to Onyango Apio. Here's Gibbons. Wilson. Gets pushed down and wins the free kick that time. Mount's fighting for it. Back into the hands of Bailey. Sent down long for Langton into the corner, but Machado Acto is there. Substitution for Eastern Connecticut State as Gaia Mistriel comes on. It'll be a goal kick for Reyes.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
1 minute left to play here in this first half. Garnet holding on to a 4-0 lead.
For Eastern, number 6, Gaia Mistriel.
Ruoff back to Harris. Now Machado Acco out wide. Barnes trying to get to it. Garnet throw. Goes to Taylor trying to make the turn. Here she goes. Midlow is there as well. It'll be a Garnet throw. Pardon, it'll actually be a Warriors throw with 10 seconds left to play.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Machado Acco with it as time will expire in this first half. But the Garnet coming out firing within those first 15 minutes. 2 goals from King Kokenmeister, 1 from Brittany Wiederhold, and 1 from Sophia Stills. This is what the Garnet needed after that 1-0 loss to TCNJ. They've rebounded in style. 4-0 your score at the half. Thank you for joining us on GSN. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for second half action here from Swarthmore College. We're back for second half action between Eastern Connecticut State and Swarthmore College here on GSN. My name is Jacob Brady, joining you live here once again from the press box at Clothier Field Stadium. Some more changes for the Garnet to start off this second half. Jacinta Fernandez-Bro, another freshman, into the game for the Garnet. Nikki Gibbons remaining in, as is Amelia Mounts. And then in goal, it's Lillian Keller, freshman from Washington, D.C. Play the ball to Moser to get things started. 4-0, your Garnet lead. Kim Kokenmeister with a brace in the first half. Sophia Stills with a goal of her own. And then Brittany Wiederhold with the fourth. Those were all scored right about in the span of 5 or so minutes. The Garnet just exploded. The first one was at the 4:29 elapsed mark, and the final was at the 10:10 elapsed mark. So they just came out firing. Things slowed down after that for about the last 15 to 20 minutes of the half. None of the starters were in the game, as Coach Ankaitis trying to give as many players as possible playing time in these sort of not unimportant, obviously, but not conference games. And at the end of the day, the title and the conference title and being competitive in conference is what's going to be the most important. Ball goes back all the way to Moser. Here's Gibbons. Gibbons gets the header, Mounts on it. Out of bounds, last touched by Hogan. Garnet throw goes to Fernandez-Bro. Kingurzo delivers the free kick. Kokenmeister trying to get to it. And it'll be played out the side for a Garnet throw-in. Thrown into no man's land. Let's go run out the side. Garnet throw again, right near the end line. Kingurzo with the throw, sends it long, looking for Fernandez-Bro, out of bounds. But it's a corner. And it'll be Wiederhold to deliver. Wiederhold, good kick, driving header! And a goal! For Nikki Gibbons, a freshman, was playing center back in the first half, moved up into the midfield and was in the box for that set piece. And Wiederhold's beautiful pace on that corner. And Gibbons with the diving header give the Garnet a 5-0 lead as they continue to run up the score. Good run into the box there. Moser came in late. Ball spotted right on the edge of the 18 for this free kick. First real test for Lillian Keller of the season. Did not play in the home opener on Friday. Low shot, once again, tried to get the wall to jump. Wiederhold and Kingurzo tried that earlier for the Garnet, but wall stayed home. Gibbons. Played back. Sanchez now. Muller. Keller coming out of her goal to wrap that one up. Rolls it to Moser. Intercepted. And with it is Grace Muller. Up in the air. Here's Leary and out of bounds for an Eastern Connecticut throw. Gibbons gets a foot on. Into the middle now. Here's Sanchez trying to cut to her right foot, but no room for a shot. There's one. Keller wraps it up. It was going wide, but Reich trying her shot. The Warriors have managed 8 shots, just haven't been particularly strong or well-placed ones. Collectively, Garnet have 4 saves. Kokenmeister, the nice turn. Here she goes up the sideline. And now cutting back in. Kokenmeister trying to cross it. Nobody on the other end. Settled by Wiederhold. The shot redirected. And I think that's Kim Kokenmeister with the hat trick. Looks like Kokenmeister got her foot on it right at the end as Wiederhold stung one towards goal. That's the 3rd of the game for Kim Kokenmeister.
Swarthmore goal scored by number 25, Kim Kokenmeister, her 3rd of the day.
So 3rd goal for Kim Kokenmeister. She only scored 1 all of last season. You can see now why Coach Ankaitis stuck her in the starting lineup, as she seems to have some prolific goal-scoring abilities. And gets her first career hat trick in the process. And I believe the first hat trick in a while for the Garnet. I don't think they've had one in my time here, so the past 3 seasons at least. So Kokenmeister making a name for herself with a hat trick on the 2nd night of the season. Here's Kingurzo. Into the path of Gibbons. Now here comes Mounts. A little bit of a heavy touch, gives it away. Midfield. Here's Reich taking it up, trying to get around Kingurzo, and just ran into the back of Gibbons and had it taken away. Gibbons trying to play in Kokenmeister again. Bailey comes out to poke that away. Didn't want to risk Kokenmeister getting a shot at her 4th goal. Moser pokes it out of bounds up into the stands. It'll be a throw-in for for Madison Leary. Reich. And Sheevy takes it away. Sheevy trying to take a step up. Leads into the path of Kingurzo. Now here's Fernandez Bro. Wiederhold is offsides. Garnet had about a 3-on-2 there, it looks like, but spoiled by the offsides flag. Gibbons fighting for possession. Plays it back to Pole, too strong there for Sheevy. Pole heads forward. Kokenmeister trying to track back to it. Instead, it's taken away by Hogan. King now put over the top. Wiederhold trying to run onto it. Instead, it's poked out of bounds. Kingurzo will take the throw. Out of bounds. Another throw in for the Garnet. Be played back to Sheevy. Wants it led on to her. Instead, Wiederhold gets the head on, and Bailey picks up. Gets that ball out of danger. Mounts on the ball. Runs into linear reach. Throw and flicked forward off the head of Gibbons. Ball rolled down. Trying to lead it out. Fernandez Bro thought she saved it, but not quite. Goal kick taken. There's Wiederhold. Leads into the path of Sheevy. Lizzie King trying to get on. And Lizzie King wins possession. She's got Wiederhold unmarked. King still dancing around. Now Sheevy overlapping with her. Cleared away. Out of bounds. Garnet throw. Another set of substitutions preparing to come on for the Garnet. Gibbons the shot well over. Garnet preparing. 5 more subs, actually make it 6, looks like. Actually be another set of 7 substitutions. Fernandez Bro feeds it to Kokenmeister. Nobody there in the middle. 8 subs actually standing at midfield, waiting to come on for the Garnet. Headed up. Here's Kingurzo, plays it back for Gibbons, gets through traffic. Wiederhold got fouled. Garnet free kick about 30 yards out. Wiederhold will place it, and I've seen that she is not afraid to shoot right for goal, even from this distance. Goes into the wall. Amelia mounts. And Kingurzo gets it forward. Fernandez Bro trying to play through Kokenmeister. A chance for 4! Kim Kokenmeister! That's number 4 and number 6 overall. Or excuse me, number 7 overall for the Garnet.
Assistant number 7, Jacinta Fernandez Bro.
And Kim Kokenmeister has now scored 4 goals tonight. I don't know if anybody's done that in Swarthmore history. So the Garnet continuing their offensive output. Kim Kokenmeister with 4 tonight. Nikki Gibbons with 1. Brittany Wiederhold with 1. And then Sophia Stills with the 7th. I imagine that Kim Kokenmeister ought to be a shoo-in for Centennial Conference Player of the Week. Assuming nobody else manages something spectacular around the conference. Thrown from Leary. According to our official statistician, the last time that somebody from Swarthmore scored 4 goals was back in 1999, Elizabeth Fortier. And 4 goals in a game is also the Centennial Conference record. So Kim Kokenmeister putting her name in the record books here tonight with a 4-goal output against Eastern Connecticut. Throw-in from Madison Leary. Midla's got it, tries to punch it forward. And she is out of the game now, so I imagine she won't have a chance to make it 5. Get the single-handedly hold the record. Throw-in will be from Putnam. Taken away. And Wilson clears it forward. Karen's trying to get underneath. Putnam trying to fight through, but once again, with Eastern Connecticut. Chased down by Haley Montesanto. Will be a Garnet throw far sideline. Wilson. Flicked ahead. Midla fighting for it. And Midla gets it out into space. If Cairns can catch up, can't quite. Moser punches it up ahead. Fighting for it with Putnam and out of bounds. Once again out of bounds off of Reich that time. Putnam with the throw. Looking for Midla up ahead. Lizzie King now fighting for it. Almost got it there. Midla battling for possession. Taken away. Sanchez trying to flick it back. Nobody there. Ball rolls out of bounds. Garnet throw. Another substitution as Grace Taylor comes into the game. Elizabeth Brown, the other freshman out on the field, joining Eleanor Moser, at center back. Ball deflected out of bounds from Midla's kick. And she'll have a throw. Trying to get it up to Taylor. That's headed out of bounds behind. Corner kick. Midla on the delivery. Sent in. Kovitz can't quite connect. Kovitz trying to sprint to save that ball. Almost got there. Throw up ahead. Kovitz along the far sideline. Trying to turn back into space. Amy Harris has got it. Sent back down. Brown over to Moser. Putnam commits the foul. Earn the Warriors a free kick inside their own half. Out into spaces. O'Shaughnessy. Trying to drive one in towards the box, but Putnam is there defensively. Bad pass. Pushed out wide for Leary. Crosses it in. Brown trying to get underneath. Wilson gets the foot on. Kovitz trying to fight for it. Harris able to get it to Moschetti. That's a beautiful ball all the way to Taylor. Can Grace Taylor get through? Not quite. Go all the way back to Bailey. Just about 22 minutes remaining in the second half here. Garnet holding on to a 7-0 lead. 4 goals from Kim Kokenmeister tonight. 1 from Brittany Wiederhold, 1 from Sophia Stills, and 1 from Nikki Gibbons. They'll have a free kick from the far sideline. Lifted up towards the box. Bailey is there to grab it up. Wilson has it taken away from her. Now Brown. Harris able to win possession. Karen saves it at the touchline. Here's Harris. Putnam wanted it long. Here's Harris again. Good defensive play by Reich. Sanchez now trying to get back to her own ball. Shot saved by Keller. Wide as it was, but Moser up the sideline. Moschetti to Wilson. Trying to push it through to Midla. Too far away from her. Brown getting her head on and pushing forward. Led into the path, or at least attempted to, of Putnam. Too far ahead of her. Samantha Barnes coming back into the game, as is Olivia Rovellino for Eastern Connecticut. Throw from Leary up the line, touched out of bounds by the Garnet.
Entering for Eastern, number 2, Destiny Perez, and number 12, Olivia Rovellino. And for Swarthmore, number 24, Samantha Barnes.
A time off of Putnam and out. Inside the box. Sent back down towards the end line, not able to save it down there was Rovellino. Set up a goal kick for the Garnet. Chaparran offsides flag was up first. Keller with the short kick to Brown. And they'll send it back. Now Keller will get rid of it. Off that of Taylor, Barnes trying to chase. Wilson coming forward to save that ball, leading into the path of Taylor, just tails out of bounds. Garnet making some more subs. Megan Ruoff, Lou Rosler, Jacinta Fernandez-Bro, and Nick Machado-Acco all making their way back out. And here comes Eastern Connecticut on the counter. Machado-Acco trying to get back there defensively. Cross back, nobody's there, but Keller snags it anyway. Nearly hit Elizabeth Brown in the head there with that throw directed at Putnam. Rosler playing in the midfield now. Putnam can't save it, but it is still a Garnet throw. Barnes off the chest. Another throw for Putnam. This time to Rosler. That was out of bounds. Aaron Collins going back into goal. Gaia Mistrial also coming back on for Eastern Connecticut. They'll have a throw. Out of bounds, last touch by Putnam. And Sophia Valadis also making her way out onto the pitch. Brown gets it out into the path of Wilson.
Back in for Eastern, number 6, Gaia Mistrial, number 13, Aaron Collins, and number 21, Sophia Volitis.
Barnes chasing aggressively, nearly got in front of that ball from Collins. Keller coming out onto that ball, wraps it up. Good leg from her on that kick. Out of bounds, however. Fernandez Bro. Now Rosler lifting it up ahead, trying to find Taylor, not quite enough on it. Rosler gets it back. Taken away from Fernandez Bro, but Moschetti was there, but a foul committed. Set up a free kick. Sent downfield, headed away by Brown, out of bounds for a throw-in. Goes up ahead to Rosler, headed back by Leary. Fernandez Bro. Contacting her back, and a free kick for the Garnet. Free kick from about 30 yards out. Rosler standing over it. See what she tries to do with this ball. Going for goal, but Collins in position. Machado Acco able to track that one down, send it back to Keller. Clears up the side to Wilson. Here she comes. Tried to get it to Ruoff. Moschetti gets it forward. Fernandez Bro looking for Rosler. Ruoff pokes it forward. Barnes tried to lead in the path to Rosler, but couldn't get a clean touch. Fernandez Bro Out into space for Barnes. And played out the side. Throw for Swarthmore. Putnam goes to Barnes. Up the sideline, here comes Rovellino. Moschetti is there. Rovellino is in. Putnam gets her head on. That'll bounce out. Another throw in for the Warriors. Played out the side again. Another throw. First, a substitution as Jada Augustin comes on.
Introducing number 20, Jada Augustin.
That'll go out the sideline. Shot fading away. And out the back. Garnet goal kick. Sent away. Fernandez-Bro able to get her head on, but is fouled or commits the foul. Free kick for the Warriors. Lifted up. Keller coming out, and that'll be an empty net. And Rovellino scores. As Lillian Keller came out to try to deal with that loose ball. And instead it settled for Rovellino, who had a wide open net to shoot at. So a consolation goal for Eastern Connecticut State. Barnes down in the corner. She's got Rosler in the middle. Fernandez-Bro as well. Rosler redirects, but right at Collins. Ball headed from Ruoff into the path of Rosler as she tries to chase it down. Said it's touched out by Lewicki. Thrown from Rosler. Ruoff trying to cross it in. Taylor can't get the clean shot off. Here comes here comes Perez. Back to Keller. Here's Putnam. Ruoff coming back for it. Now Putnam. Let out of bounds by Brown for the throw. Down to 7 minutes left to play. Throw to Ruoff. Whistle blows. That'll be a free kick. Putnam will take it. Fernandez-Bro pokes it forward, but nobody there to collect. Fernandez-Bro able to get the first touch on with her head, but rolls back to the Swarthmore backline. Here's Ruoff stepping up through the midfield. Ruoff with pace on to Taylor. Grace Taylor can't control with her first touch. Beautifully paced ball from Megan Ruoff to get through a couple of defenders, but Grace Taylor just couldn't get it under control. Barnes chips one up. Rosler trying to chase. Rosler can't quite keep it in. Ran it all the way down to the sideline, showing off that track speed. Push it all the way up ahead. Over the back line, letting Rovellino try and chase. Keller's going to come out and play it over to Putnam. Out wide, Wilson. Trying to push one over the top, but nobody running after it, so Collins collects. Throwing far sideline for the Garnet. Machado Acco. Back and forth with Wilson. Now Brown. Rovellino now with it, trying to play in Perez. Taken away by Putnam. To Ruoff. Tried to get to Rosler, couldn't quite connect. Putnam sends it back up the field. Taylor controls off her chest. Barnes sends Putnam backwards, but able to collect it. Moschetti didn't quite, not on the same page with Rosler there. Ruoff. Machado Acco. Here's Putnam. Trying to play through either Rosler or Taylor, but it's into the hands of Collins. Ruoff with it. Back to Putnam. Barnes. Gets it to Taylor. Not able to connect. Fernandez Bro up ahead. Taylor with a chance. Grace Taylor in the box, lost control at the last minute. Moschetti. Ball out wide for Putnam. Trying to get around the edge. Instead, she'll pass it up. Knocked out of the way. Putnam gets it to Ruoff. We're in the final minute of play now. Ruoff to Taylor. And Taylor just can't connect. Ruoff picks it back up. Ruoff trying to get forward, lifts it through. Taylor trying to make a run. It's into the hands of Collins. Into the final minute here. Rosler trying to get underneath, but it's too far away from her. Go out of bounds. It'll be a Garnet throw. Cleared way out of bounds. 10 seconds left to play.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Fernandez Bro just trying to dribble it out.
2, 1.
Shot gets deflected. And your final score from Clothier Field Stadium, 7-1 in favor of the Garnet. It was Kim Kokenmeister scoring 4 for the first time since 1999 and equaling the conference record for goals in a game. Nikki Gibbons, Sophia Stills, and Brittany Wiederhold all collecting their first goals of the season in tonight's action as well. So the Garnet rebounding in style from that 1-0 loss to TCNJ. Come roaring back offensively. I mean, imagine if they had left their starters in for longer, what kind of score they would have put up. Now, Sydney Kovitz only playing 37 minutes. Lizzie King, 46. Brittany Wiederhold, 42. And small numbers like that. So, Garnet might have been able to run up the score even further. So they're about to go on a little bit of a road trip. Next weekend, they'll be up in Madison, New Jersey, taking on Drew University and the Coast Guard Academy. And the weekend after that, it's a home tournament. They'll be taking on Stevens on Friday, September 13th, and Penn State Berks on September 15th. That's the Sunday. We'll be broadcasting those games live, of course, here on the Garnet Sports Network. We hope you'll join us then. My name is Jacob Brady, saying have a good night from us here at Swarthmore.